Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to TechBeans, and today is the day that we're gonna compare these two. The Redmi K30 5G versus the Realme X50. Both are excellent 5G devices with the latest and greatest processor, accompanied by a very versatile camera setup. That and so much more. And as always in our TechBeans comparisons, we're gonna be comparing their displays, their designs, performance, gaming, and of course, the cameras. So, which one has the better punch hole? Just kidding. Two awesome brands head to head in this epic matchup. Which one is gonna come up on top? We're about to find out. And without further ado, let the battle begin.
No.
Alright, here we go. Again, this is not a sponsored video, this was all bought from my pocket money. No biases, just real facts. Now both phones are not completely identical. As you can see, their back designs are pretty far off from each other. Well, they're not copying each other, but copying other phones. The Redmi K30 5G is copying the Huawei Mate 30 with that circular pattern right here at the top surrounding the camera. I just don't know what that is for. Maybe people will mistake this for a Huawei Mate 30. Now the Realme X50 is copying none other than the Xiaomi Mi 9. This is the same exact design as the Mi 9 from last year. Now I'm not gonna side on any phone's design. It is all up to you on which design you're gonna go for. But let me just tell you the facts right here. Both phones are very durable. Both are using Gorilla Glass materials here at the back. Both are Gorilla Glass 5 and even at the front. So yeah, they are scratch resistant. You can even put them in your pocket without a jelly case or any kind of case at all. Both have curved backs, so holding the phones are pretty comfortable, especially when you're using them for long periods of time. But the thing is, the Realme X50 is a lot more thinner or narrower. The Redmi K30 5G is kind of fat or wide. I don't know, for small hands, it might not be as comfortable as say the Realme X50. And yeah, you can definitely do one-handed operations on the Realme X50, while on the Redmi K30 5G, you'll have to use two hands. Speaking of size, 6.67-inch phone, 6.57-inch phone. In other words, they are massive. Just take a good look at these phones on my hand. Just so big. Now as you can see, both phones don't have a fingerprint scanner at the back. And no, they're not at the front as well. They are actually both having the fingerprint scanner at the right side of the phone. Yes, that's another form of copying right there. And let's try them out. Redmi K30 5G, here we go. It's pretty okay. I don't know, maybe it's the animation, but let's try the Realme X50 now. Oh. The Realme X50's fingerprint scanner is very quick to unlock. Redmi K30 again. And just like I told you. So yeah, both phones have the fingerprint scanners right here at the right, and everything else are pretty much the same at the sides, except the Redmi K30 5G has an IR blaster for remote control functionality. Oh wait, this is a big one. The Realme X50 does not have a headphone jack. That sucks. While the Redmi K30 5G has one, and the Realme X50 doesn't even come with a dongle on it. So how are you gonna... Okay, alright. But yeah, other than that, they're pretty much the same. Both do not have a micro SD card slot for external storage, and also both of them have a USB Type-C port, and surprisingly, both of them have the same charging, 30 watts. And that, my friends, ends the boring part. Now, for the exciting one, the displays. My friends, both these phones have almost identical displays. Even with the punch hole design, they are the same. It's just that the Realme X50 has the punch hole placed right here, and the Redmi K30 5G has it placed on the upper right. Although the Redmi K30 5G has a little bit bigger display and has HDR10 support, that is actually the only difference with the Realme X50. Both of them have 1080p displays, IPS LCD, and a 120Hz refresh rate. Which brings me to the part where I'm gonna show you how fast these phones are, or how legit that refresh rate is right now. Let me just swipe the Redmi K30 5G right now. Left, right. And as you can see, it doesn't look like it has a 120Hz refresh rate, even though I set it up to 120Hz right here. But Vince, that was actually fast. How are you saying that this is not a 120Hz display? Well, let me just show you right now the Realme X50. Just look carefully now. Swipe left, swipe right. and some more. And as you've seen, there's a smoother transition during the swipes. And one more thing, you didn't see as much motion blur on the Realme X50 compared to the Redmi K35G. This has a lot of motion blur, as you can see. Let me just swipe them at the same time so that you can see how different they are. The Realme X50 does not have that motion blur that you're seeing right now on the Redmi K30. Well, actually there still is, but not as noticeable as the Redmi K35G. Now here's something new. This is World of Dragon Nest, and it's currently in number 2 in the top grossing apps in the Play Store. So, oh, by the way, this is the Redmi K35G and this is the Realme X50. And this, my friends, is a very heavy game, which is a perfect match for our test today. Man, the graphics here is just so beautiful. Although you can feel that lag. Yep. Now for some orcs. Yep, you can definitely feel that lag. It's a little bit jerky. See that? Now let's try that on the Realme X50. Here we go. It doesn't look like the one on the Redmi K35G when it was lagging a bit earlier. And now for the orcs, same thing. No lag at all. Alright, so let's go back to the Redmi K35G, and this is a boss fight now. Let's see if it still lags. Of course it's gonna lag. It's a big monster right here. There's gonna be so much rendering right here. And as you can see, frame drops here and there. Also, the controls are kind of jerky. I don't know, maybe it's just the graphics. Now for the Realme X50, let's try that right here. And you don't seem to get that much of a lag compared to the Redmi K35G. I think the Realme X50 is much more optimized for this game. Maybe just this game. If you're gonna play this game, then go for the Realme X50. But if not, let's try PUBG. Still a very popular game in the Play Store. And I maxed out all the graphics right here, HDR, extreme frame rates. Again, Redmi K35G, Realme X50. I think both are pretty smooth. Okay, so here's the ultimate test. The falling on the airplane. Smooth. And you can definitely see the frame drops here on the Redmi K35G. Here, not so much. It is a very smooth experience. Redmi K35G. As you can see, there are frame drops here and there. And here on the Realme X50, nope. None at all. And in terms of Antutu benchmark scores, they're pretty much the same. Well, because they have the same processor. Well, so far so good for the Realme X50. I can definitely confirm that this is the faster device. Period. Now, it's not all great for the Realme X50 though. I did a camera comparison between the two, and the Redmi K35G pretty much owned it in every way. Although the image quality on the Realme X50 was good, it just couldn't compare with the DSLR-like image quality that you get with the Redmi K35G. The Redmi K30 was just always sharper, had better color and depth, and overall was more pleasing to the eye than the Realme X50. The difference was like night and day. So if you're really into taking great photos, then you should definitely get the Redmi K35G. And even in low light, the Redmi K35G simply had the upper hand. The Realme X50 didn't really have that same level of quality. The night mode on the Redmi K35G is just so good that even in the darkest, blackest areas, it was still able to retain sharpness and details on the subject. But for video, it's a different story. The Realme X50 is using Oppo's very effective mode, which definitely provides pro-like stabilization on video, while the Redmi K35G is kind of meh in comparison. Even the image quality is not good on the video for the Redmi K30, just terrible looking. And there you go. That's the Redmi K35G and the Realme X50. Here are the prices. Now the 8128 variant on the Realme X50 is a little bit more affordable than the Redmi K35G, just a little bit. But the thing is, it's the base variant. There's no 664, 6128. The Redmi K35G can be had for much lesser. There is a 664 and a 6128. So technically this is much more accessible than the Realme X50. But in terms of overall experience, well, they're both different phones, and your decision to buy them should be based on what you're going to use them for. So if you're definitely into photography, then go with the Redmi K35G. It has a much better camera than this. Or if you don't care much about the camera and you're a gamer or a person who loves speed, then look no further. It is the Realme X50. I don't know, there's something about the Realme UI that makes everything looks just so smooth, so modern, just like the Oxygen OS on OnePlus phones. And there you go, that's pretty much it for this comparison. Let me know guys what you think about the comparison. Did you hate it? Did you love it? Let me know guys in the comments below. Again, this is not a sponsored video, this was all bought from my pocket money. No biases, just real facts. And for more awesome content just like this, just subscribe and hit that bell icon. This is Vince, and I'll see you on the next video.